Without a doubt, one of my favorite apps on my iPhone is Garageband. But you know what's even better? Using my favorite pedals with Garageband. Want to know more? Stay tuned. Well, hey there, it's Scott at the Pedal Guy. How you doing? Well, we're all about pedal demos, pedal knowledge, and pedal sales. I love pedals, and so do you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your pedals with Garageband on iOS. So let's first start by making the connections. Okay, we're looking down at our GarageBand setup here. I have my iPhone. It's connected to an IK Multimedia iRig 2 by way of a lightning to headphone adapter. It's like 10 bucks at your local electronics store. And I have my guitar plugged into the iRig 2. So this is what we need to do in order to connect it to a pedal. First, what we need to do is we need to disconnect the guitar from the iRig. Next, we need to bring in the pedal that we're going to use. In this case, I'm going to be using the Steel Singer from NuX, because it's one of my most popular pedals and one of my favorites this year. And just go ahead and plug our guitar into the Steel Singer just as we would plug it into any pedal. And at this point now, we're ready to go ahead and show you how to use it with GarageBand. All right, I've got my headphones on, I've got my guitar plugged in. Let's do some work with GarageBand and pedals. Okay, we are looking down at our setup that we were looking at before over here on the right, but we also have a full-on screenshot of GarageBand going at the same time so you can see it from two different vantage points. So, first things first, I've got my guitar turned up and I'm playing across the strings and you can't hear anything yet. Why can't you? Well, the reason why is because we haven't turned the monitoring on yet. So let's do that first. Navigate to the upper left corner of the amplifier section in GarageBand, and you can see it says bass, it says guitar, and then there's a little jack next to it. Those are your input settings. So what you want to do at this point is click that and open it up. Now we have automatic, and we'll talk about the level in just one second. But where you want to go here is to monitor. So turn on monitor, and now you can hear something. Isn't that great? It's very easy, right? There's also a noise gate. Now I'm going to turn the noise gate on because noise gate, when it comes to overdrives and distortions and all that, noise gate's going to be your friend. You want to have one on. It'll just make your recording sound that much better. Now let's talk about levels really quick. Right here at the top is your input level. I kind of recommend keeping it at about 60%. Reason being is because you don't want to digitally distort. You don't want to risk that digital distortion because it's just a nasty sound. Whereas analog distortion and overdrive sounds great, digital distortion, not so much. But now that we've done that, I can go ahead and play some riffs and but if I want to engage the pedal, this is where the fun starts. So that's before, and here's after. It just sounds a whole lot better, doesn't it? Even single notes, everything. And I haven't even, if you've watched the video on the Steel Singer, I was barely using any gain. Now if I go at like say 3 o'clock on the gain. If I go to like say the bridge or the neck, if I turn off the Steel Singer, it just sounds a whole lot better, doesn't it? That's the beauty of working in this environment and working with pedals in conjunction with a digital recording workstation, because there's no substitute for a good analog pedal. And why go to all that trouble to collect all those pedals just to not use them? So hopefully by showing you this, it's going to kind of get the creative juices flowing. But now let's do a quick recording so you can both hear and see what's going on. All right, now we're going to go ahead and do a little recording. If we go back to the track view here, you can see that I've got a drum track already created here, so let's just hear what it sounds like. So pretty straightforward stuff. What I'm going to do is record a 4-bar loop and then a second 4-bar loop, one without the pedal and then one with the pedal, so you can hear a good A-B comparison when it plays back. Very simple to do. First thing, we're going to turn on that metronome. We're going to scroll all the way back to the beginning of the song, and we're going to go back to the amp because it's going to switch back to that anyway when you start using it. So once I've got that set up, all I need to do is just hit the record button. I'll get a 1 measure count in, and then I'll just record a quick loop for you there. And that's really all there is to recording inside of GarageBand. Isn't that easy? You know, I had a friend that called this the Fisher Price of recording software once, and I thought that was just hilarious. But at the same time, I knew, yes, that is kind of the idea. It's really easy and really straightforward, yet you get such positive results. And that was all the way back long before it was on an iPhone, so back when it was just on the Macs. So anyway, that's our first track. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a second instance of that track, of that setup with the amp, and then record another pass with the pedal engaged. So now what I'm going to do is click on that amp and hit the duplicate button, and there we go. We got another instance of the amp with the same exact settings. So if I go to that track and go into the edit mode, you can see it's all set up exactly the same way, and there are no effects. Everything you're going to hear is au naturel, but we do need to re-engage the monitoring. And we are now ready to go ahead and record that part. One thing I did do very quickly without indicating, well, here, I'll just do it here. I'm going to take the position indicator and move it to measure 5 beat 1. And at this point, what I'll do is turn on the pedal, and I'll go ahead and record that second part. And then we'll take a look at what the waveforms look like. So I'll hit the record button again, I'll get a 1 measure count in, and then I'll go ahead and re-record, or just record. It really is an easy application to get around in, isn't it? Okay, so now we've made the recording, and now look at it. Okay, so this was our first recording right here, and this first recording it's good. It's not bad. It's just very bland because it doesn't have really any personality to it because I'm not using my pedals. Now I could go back in and start putting effects in after the fact, but why not get it sounding great from the get-go? Now move over here to the second one, and let me see if I can gesture in there. Look at that. I mean, you can see on the quarter notes now, you can really see a lot more signal being captured. And the waveforms of the chords themselves look a lot stronger, I think. So you had this before, and you have this now. And that's the magic of working with GarageBand and using pedals along with that. So I highly recommend giving that a try. Hey, you know, GarageBand's free, so you can't really beat the price, right? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Well, that concludes our video. I hope this helped you in understanding how to use your pedals with GarageBand on iOS. Stay tuned for future GarageBand video tutorials. Have a good one. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any further questions, be sure to visit us at thepedalguide.com. But in the meantime, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and also be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for weekly videos and tutorials. Thanks for stopping by here at thepedalguide.com, where I love pedals and so do you.